Hello, welcome to the first round here. I think we're gonna keep this. We have Rift Bolt into the roll, Prophetic Bolt, and then run it out with a Worm Call. I think we can answer most of our opponent's threats, unless it's really good Planeswalker, with our cards, and then just run out a big threat of our own. Opponent says, hello, good luck. Well, we're playing kind. We usually do that, but I actually forgot because I was talking. We get caught, which obviously is a pretty good one. Opponent still hasn't played a card here, so I'm not gonna run out Rift Bolt yet. Definitely gonna suspend Rift Bolt here, because then I can use my turn 3 mana for something better, such as a Serendip Efreet. He seems to be some kind of semi-aggro deck, not sure about that though, but that's what makes the most sense, doesn't it? So yeah, he doesn't have... Do I have to cast this right now? No. Either he has something to protect it or he doesn't. He doesn't. I'm gonna run out this one. And drawing a land was actually pretty good because now cut is always active. It's 5, okay. Stone of Warfare is pretty good because it becomes a 3/3 first striker. But if that is all he's gonna do, then Serendip Efreet is gonna be fine here. It's level 2, so he can't actually pump it enough for it to become a double striker. Where X is the mountain. Oh, for each mountain you could throw. So yeah, attacking with a 4/4. And then next turn it accelerates us into a Prophetic Bolt if we want to. But just untapping mountain, tapping and untapping. Which allows us to kill this. Or we can run out Burst Lightning, but I think running out Prophetic Bolt is a bit better. Unless he has a Believing Ring here, of course. It's Parallax Wave. Remove the Efreet. Yeah, attack cut, I guess. Don't really care about that. The problem that I have now is that he can Parallax Wave my mountain. And he can deny me a card by Parallax Waving this. So that's a bit annoying. I don't think I'm gonna activate cut here. As I said, if he Parallax Waves my mountain, I'm pretty screwed. Let's hope he pumps this to the max. He doesn't. So he has something. So we just cast it with Kicker here. Like, we don't have much else to do anyway. So he goes for Parallax Wave to deny me a card. I think that's fine. But it's actually fine for me as well. Actually, just want to draw a single land here. Cut is definitely countered by this card here. Because I can't use it on the mountain. God damn it. Gideon Jura. It's a nice one. Yep. Let's guess an augur. Sure. And we get a repeal. But man, we want lands. If he Parallax Waves this, I think it's an error. But he can, because the question is if he ultis this, if he zeros this and then attacks cut to wanna protect cut. It's a really good question. I think the answer is yes, because it does allow me to get an extra mana next turn, and then maybe I can run out of Worm Call if I draw a land. If I don't draw a land, Okay, so he's gonna do that. He's probably gonna attack cut. I am gonna protect it here. God damn this mouse. Like it's a fucking razor. Should be good enough. So yeah, definitely blocking here. And then let's see what it does. Elspeth, wow, this guy's deck is nice. Really good planeswalkers. There's also, well, in that pack was another Elspeth, so it doesn't really matter. If he waves, so let's tap this, untap it, play lands, just cast a Worm Call. Like he can obviously kill it now with that, but no, yeah, he can because Parallax Wave is still the 4th turn. But I think I wanna let Cod die here for one. So Serendip Efreet will soon come back. He can't obviously remove the Worm Call, but he can plus Elspeth to attack cut. He can then plus Gideon as well. He can also plus Gideon attack cut. In that case I won't block. Oh wait, it says prevent, right? Prevent all damage, so yeah, that doesn't work. So there's no point in doing that. So he's just gonna attack cut here, I think. Yeah, and I'm gonna let that happen. Like, there's no way I'm protecting that with a Worm Call. He's gonna make more tokens. He can kill Elspeth here unless he has a spot removal. Like Electrolyze kills both. Urabreski is also pretty good, but obviously not good enough. Let's attack Elspeth here. Yeah, get rid of that annoying card. So he uses Gideon to kill Wormcall. Yeah, that's fine. So now we get our Efreet back, which is pretty good against the Gideon. Because together with the Burst Lightning, we can actually kill Gideon then, if he pluses it to kill the Wormcall. The Urabresk is legendary, so Karakas obviously is pretty annoying against it. Damn you, mouse, what's up? So Karakas and Urabresk is pretty annoying for me. But yeah, that was an obvious play here. Wrath of God is pretty fine for me, because I can still Burst Lightning and then maybe I want to kill that. Let's think about it. I think we want to Burst Lightning this. In that case we repeal this, although we repeal this, hope to draw land, Burst Lightning, Prophetic Bolt, or Prophetic Bolt, Burst Lightning after we get the land. But then he just replays this and gives protection to stuff. I think I want to kill it now, but then we don't have much options against the Gideon. Oh yeah, it's legendary. God damn it. Whoops. At least now Urabresk can hit Gideon. Yeah, sure. And he can minus it, but I don't think he will. I think he's just gonna plus it and bounce this with the Karakas. He plays green for Traktusk. No. So yeah, he pluses it, keeps up. Caracas here normally. Oh my god. So yeah. We attack Gideon, he bounces it, I prophetic bolt Gideon. His deck is annoying. That's 3 planeswalkers already that I'm having to deal with at true Caracas. He only has 8.5 tails in hand, and he totally missed on the Ajani. Wow. So yeah, here's 8.5 tails, which comes into play tapped. There's Sundering Titan, which I don't have enough mana for, but else that would be quite a beating. So let's just force him to do it. Yep. Prophetic Bolt him. Yes, kill the Gideon. Interesting. We can get a Mountain for Firebolt next turn. For Sundering Titan next turn. Which seems fine, but it seems likely that I'll draw a land anyway. I think Metamorph is the better card here. God damn it. Let me mute something here, because people are talking to me again. And that'll be it. Like, there's not much I can do here. Eight and a half tails is gonna be pretty good, because it can gain protection from stuff, give protection from stuff. I'm curious how it works with planeswalkers, by the way, because I deal damage to him and then I redirect the damage. If he gives it protection, how does it work? It can be damaged normally, so oh wow, Mother of Thrones is sickening card. And now he can use this. Yeah, that was a pretty good draw from him. Like, this is a combo I don't think I can beat at one point, at any point. Just because it has so much money as well. So let's think about it. If I try to repeal this, he then makes it white and gives it protection. Not much I want to do about that, actually. There's a land, so I'm just gonna slam Sundering Titan here. I think I have to try to wreck his mana base a bit to play around 8.5 tails. Then Metamorph it again. Wreck more of his mana base. Let's cut him up this, right? I don't think metamorphing it would be any good, actually. But yeah, this combination is gonna be horrendous for me to deal with, especially with the Caracas still being there. Like, that costs him 3 to give it protection from the repeal. And then he can make this white and have protection from this as well. Now, gaining 100 life isn't gonna be a huge issue for me. It's more stuff like this that's gonna kill me. Isolated Chapel is a pretty good draw there as well, because it gives him his black again. Although we haven't actually seen any non-white card. Oh, no attacks, huh? Oh, it's a meal. Target spell or permanent becomes white armor. Protection from white. So we can kill Tamio. I can copy Mother of Runes and then start hitting. That's actually better. Because it's a copy effect. It doesn't really matter then. He's probably thinking that I'm gonna copy this. I'm not. He might Stonecloaker his mother, but he won't. But in this case, I can give my Sundering Titan protection. And I can smash his face. I can smash his Johnny. So yeah, here's the Stonecloaker. No clue what he's gonna bounce. Like maybe 8.5 tails. I would probably bounce 8.5 tails over Mother of Runes. He's targeting what? Oh, Wormcoil Engine, sure. So he did return Mother of Runes, which I find to be a weird play. Because now it's not active. Of course, 8.5 tails already has counters on it, so. He reveals Mirror Crusader. Wow, that's a huge one. And he has a land as well. God damn it. I tried to cut him off his land so hard, and then he still got there. So he splashes green for the Johnny, obviously. Feel like I'm playing against my own deck from yesterday. If he taps from Mirror Crusader, he only has one single activation up, which isn't enough. To me, oh yeah, it won't do it, so he's gonna tap for the Mirror Crusader. If I then end of turn repeal Mother of Runes, he then gives it protection, that's fine. Because then I have Tamio activation. Nope, he lets it be bounced, which obviously is the correct play here. Because now he has effects. I think we attack with the Sundering Titan here onto his face. Now he can gain 100 life. I think I have to attack the Ajani. We can bring it down to 1. But then we get hit for 15. And then turn after we're dead. We can also run out Urabrask, which will just get bounced. But at least we force him to bounce. Compared to playing Tamio. Tamio targeting Carcass maybe? Tamio targeting Mirror Crusader, he gives it protection. Or we can just draw a card from it. I think I have to run it out here and see what comes of it. So we can try to tap something. I don't think that's a correct play. I think we want to draw cards. Cancel, I can actually draw 2 cards. Because if he gains 100 life, I'm not gonna win this. And then we draw 2 cards here. We draw Bokard and Hellkite, which is nice, but definitely not gonna be the game winning move. It depends on what he does here. Like, he hits me for 18 down to 1. And then this is just such a sore in my eye. This card is the only card that's putting him in this game. The fact that he can counter anything he wants. I'm surprised he does that. Really am. But I guess okay then. So we did attack the Mio there. Juicy Apprentice, not gonna do it. Garden Hellkite, probably not gonna do it, but still. I think I have to try. Like 2/2/2. He then gives everything protection for white, kicks my face in. It says protection from white, right? Protection from white, or spell permanent becomes. But in that case, he has to have 3, and if I do it on his upkeep, then Mother of Runes is live, which I don't want. I think he can give 2 things protection from white. Bukardan Hellkite will be made white. In that case, his Mirren Crusader is already protection for white, so he can't actually Ajani it. But then he just has to give Stonecloaker protection from white for 2 mana, and that wins them the game as well. Compared to if I do it right now and kill these, he can give both of them protection from white as well. I have to hope he messes up on his upkeep or on his attack step. Or let's just see what he does and then go for it. Like, I don't think I can win without him messing up here. He's probably gonna target this, and then in response I can do that. But then he gives this protection from red with the Mother of Runes. That's GG then. So this becomes a 7, an 8. This becomes a 6. So if I target 1/1, but then this is sufficient to kill me. So 1/1, pretty annoying card. I probably should have killed this, but even then, 1/1. Yeah, let's just concede this. I don't think I can win that there without him messing up really, really badly. Okay, so he plays a bunch of Planeswalkers. What's good against that? Nickel Ball is probably, but don't really want to do that. Stormcrown Noble, he had plenty of control, so I don't think Planeswalkers is it. Maybe Chandra is it? Chandra seems fine against them. Then get rid of Sakashima. Or maybe Hinder. Nah, Hinder is fine. Nah, Sakashima instead of the Riftbolt, I think. Let's do it like this. Like Chandra does target some of his creatures like Mother of Runes and 2/1. Not gonna mulligan this, we have Chalice into stuff, so we'll open with this because then we have Burst Lightning in case he has turn 1 Mother of Runes. What a read. Just play Chalice for 1, of course. Then we can run Chandra out our ping his 2/1 that he's gonna play. Please play the 2/1. Oh, it's Pride Mage? That's actually way worse. We can repeal it. And I think I will. No, that's not. Let's say 1 damage to you. Then he can attack this, I can play the Mio, tap it down. He can kill the Chalice, but I don't think he's gonna invest the mana right now to kill the Chalice. That would be a pretty weird play for him. Like, he can, not gonna say he can't, but it would be pretty weird to do. No, he doesn't. So in that case, we're just gonna ping him once more. We're gonna play MTGO, so showing, hey, we can play planeswalkers as well, bro. And don't allow that to untap. So now he's gonna kill the chalice, which I actually think is wrong. I think forcing my MTGO to keep that tap down is actually better than killing my chalice here, because I already have 2 planeswalkers out. Like, I already have the advantage, why would you do that? Not a bad one, but obviously I have MTGO, so I can keep his white tap down. Spin him again. Keep his white tap down. MTGO is almost at ulti. Just 2 more turns. I think we can make that, so. Any big creature we can actually kill with Electrolyze or Repeal and stuff like that. Spectral Procession? Yeah, no problem, we got Electrolyze, so. How good is that card? So. Play Electrolyze. Nice. So it does play tokens. Does that mean I want to change anything? Maybe Rolling Earthquake? Rolling Earthquake seems fine. Just was the one-off. Because it does kill some early cards. We're on the draw. Opposition still seems good. Though it doesn't answer his planeswalkers. But then Dungeon Guys doesn't answer his planeswalkers either. But it is a creature. Maybe that's better. Let's just get the Sakashima, keep opposition in, and keep Rolling Earthquake. So he's deciding to mulligan, he's actually thinking it over. So I don't think he has a turn 1 Mother. I virtually has a mulligan to 5, but I think I have to keep this. Oh, maybe that was what I was thinking about. The fact that he doesn't have an untapped white source. And that he does have the Mother of Runes, but guess I was wrong. Wow, fucking 8.5 tails. Hate that card, man. Let's hope he taps out for something so that I can Rolling Earthquake for 2. He's not letting it go. Nope, he is. Oh man, this is golden. That's actually really good for me. I'm sure it did me 2 damage, but I got a 2 for 1. He's stuck on lands. We have Urabrask next turn. Probably could have kept open Hinder, but I don't think I need to. Like, even if it draws lands. Kozali Pride Mage, not gonna do it. Deal 1 damage, yeah, whatever. Play Urabrask. Still curious what it splashes black for. And so we have him on a 3-turn clock. He should anticipate that it's that next turn because he did so a bunch of burn out of my deck. But yeah, he plays Swamps, he plays Isolated Chapel, but I have no clue why. Has to have a reason. There's a position, but I don't think I'll cast it here. So he does go for the block. Yeah, let's just keep Hinder open. I think that's good enough, and then any creature wins me the game. Wrath of God, yeah, that's not gonna happen, bro. And he can see. So we did win, I think, against a really good deck. But we're 1-0 up, no complaining. And I'll see you guys for the next round.